Nah, keep that same energy you got for student loans that you got for when you building them folks out with them PPP loans.
$1,000, we'll give you $20,000 if you can't pay back your student loan. What about the senior citizens? What about the veterans? What about the people who really need it? No, this is part of a socialist state. This is part of the state, and Jesse, you're right about the concept of the ideology. Putting these kids through the universities, indoctrinating them, making the universities rich, making the rest of us pay for it. My heart bleeds for the people who actually went out and paid for their loans, who went without things, whose families said, I'm sorry, we can't afford to pay for your loans. Look, my family paid for my education. I'm sure they had better things to do with their money. I didn't have to take out a loan because they paid for it, but they worked hard for their money. This is a giveaway, and it's disgusting. What about those people?
So much to unpack on that video, ain't it? How she got so much to say about student loans, but she was financially privileged enough to have somebody pay for her school? As somebody with a policy debate background, I know as soon as you start hitting me with them old whataboutisms, you ain't really about what you be talking about. Let's think about it. Then her gonna say, what about the veterans and what about the senior citizens? What about veterans? You weaponize individuals in the military just to ignore that they're uniquely situated in homelessness. What about them? But just like y'all was able to trick and bamboozle a lot of military veterans and believing y'all give a darn about them, we see the seniors get nothing for voting for the GOP either. So when you say, what about them? What about them? But let's illustrate how these conservative contradictions work, especially when you apply this loan forgiveness logic to Christianity. Jesus is paying for the sins of everyone as an insult for those who already paid for their sins. And just to be clear, this is not a dig toward Christianity, but a mere analogy criticizing how folks be lost in the sauce of contradictions when it comes to giving people the most student loan forgiveness. I swear the universe can be divided into two kinds of people. One, I had to go through it, so you should too. Two, I had to go through it, so I'll make sure you don't have to. We see when it comes to all lives mattering or having compassion or even being the party of Christianity, we see that, man, them folks do not have that same energy when it comes to really caring about other people. They'd be like, student loan forgiveness? I'm not paying for that. But annual military budget that's $778 billion, that equals freedom. And I know that woman got a lot of the same sentiments that a lot of Republicans have that's being outed right now on the White House Twitter page, right? A lot of these conservatives be just like old Green, Marge. They'll be like, for our government just to say, okay, your debt is completely forgiven, it's completely unfair. Whole time, they getting almost $200,000 forgiven away, forgiven, I mean. Few things in life you can count on. As much as small business owners vehemently oppose student loan cancellation, they've getting 6 figures in PP loan cancellation, and don't that just make your butt itch?